Hey, eighth grade Latin 2. How are you, everybody? We're going to look at the about the language 1 for stage 20 here. This is the present active participle. You guys are going to love this. I think you guys are going to do great with this. Okay, we have seen examples already, and you have already done, I think, a really excellent job on kind of picking this up and running with it. But to show you what we have seen before, what I think most of us have kind of figured out is that when we get a verb here and it has this ends here, or maybe nt plus some other stuff, so ambulans or stantem or lacrimantes, it's got this nt with this other noun ending here. It's got an nt with a plural noun ending. They mean blinking, walking. So ambulans, walking, stantem, standing, lacrimantes, crying. And so these are the Latin versions of participles, of present active participles. And if you remember from your English class, you might remember that participles are from verbs, but they describe nouns, right? So they're verbal adjectives, right? They're from verbs, ambulans from ambulo, ambulare, to walk, but it's used here as an adjective describing here the doctor. So the doctor walking caught sight of Formio, right? Walking through the form, caught sight of Formio. And here Clemens found Eutychus standing. So sto stare, the verb to stand, but here standing is describing Eutychum, right? So Eutychus standing in the middle of the road. So Clemens found Eutychus standing in the middle of the road. I'll say too that in Latin, they do you a favor because you get what I call a participle sandwich. Okay, so you got the noun, you got the participle, and then you get some kind of like junk in the middle, right? So it's like the two buns of a sandwich, and then whatever you've got there, turkey, cheese, ham, whatever you've got there in the middle. So I call this a participle sandwich. All right, and if you can see in this third example, we have another participle sandwich. Now the slave girls are crying, lacrimantes, and so here is your one kind of bun or the bread, and here is the other lacrimantes, and then we've got some stuff in the middle. So participle sandwich. So Formio heard the slave girls crying in the bedroom. All right. Incidentally, I know that lacrimantes describes ankylos because it's got this plural nominative or accusative ending. So think of a third declension noun like infantes or mercatores, montes. This has got this nominative or accusative plural ending here, es, and so we know that the word it's describing is plural. So we know it can't be Formio crying. It's got to be these slave girls that are crying, and of course that's accusative plural. So same thing here. I know that Clemens is not the one standing in the middle of the road because Clemens is nominative singular, and this ending, this M, just like infantem, montem, mercatorem, is accusative, so it's describing Eutychum. Okay, so just like another adjective, it has the same case number gender that the noun it modifies. Now look at medicus here. Now there's not really another option. Maybe por mionem here at the other part of the sentence, but I know that medicus is the thing or is the person that's walking because ns here, just like um, just like Clemens, the name Clemens, right? Here's Clemens. This is the nominative singular ending, and so it describes medicus, and it would not describe por mionem. In fact, you could probably figure out that if it described por mionem, it would be ambulantem. So it tells you what it's describing there. Okay. Now back to how we form these present active participles. I want to show you something that's going to help you learn them. So I call present active participles pants, and I'll say, hey, it's got pants. All right. And what that means is that pants is short for present active. The N stands for nominative, and the S stands for singular because when it has, let me just pull these, make these a little bit smaller here. Because when when a verb has ns there at the end of it, I know, just like ambulans, I know that ambulans is nominative and singular. It's describing something that's nominative and singular. Okay? Now, when it has nt here, let's get rid of this. When it has nt with something kind of else at the end here, okay? Notice we've got nt and then something else. Well, this is the other versions of the participle. So this is nominative, accusative, plural. Or, we could do like ambulantem, or we could do ibus, or whatever, whatever noun ending we need. But if it's got ns at the end, we know that's nominative singular. If it's got nt plus something, maybe I could type something here, well, then it's some other case, okay? Just like ambulantibus or ambulantem or ambulantes, whatever that is, okay? So if we look at our examples here, I wonder if we can pick out the present active participle in number 1. Okay, so I'm going to give you a chance to pause, pick it out. All right. It's clamans. Very good. Clamans there. Excellent. And it's got ns, so we know that it describes something that's nominative and singular. So the astrologus. Look at number 2, or B. Pueri per urbem correntes petronem conspexerunt. Okay, so I'll give you a chance to pick out the present active participle. So pause it, pick it out, come back. And hopefully we figured out, everybody, it's correntes. Now look, it's got nt plus some other stuff. So whatever it is, whatever it's describing, it isn't nominative singular. In fact, I know from the third declension, I know that es means it's nominative or accusative plural. And of course here, pueri is nominative plural. So pueri correntesing per urbem patronum conspexerunt. Okay, look at C. Spectatores sacerdotem et templo discedentem viderunt. Okay, so first and foremost, find the participle, pause it. All right, hopefully we figured out discedentem is the present active participle. It is the word that has pants on. Okay, discedentem. All right, now we know it's not ns, it's not discedens, so we know it's not nominative singular, but it's got that em, and I think we all know that that means that it's describing something that's accusative and singular. And of course, sacerdotem is the word. All right, so the spectators, they viderunted the sacerdotem, discedenteming a templo, out of the temple. Okay, let's look at D, everybody. So, Galatea, euenes in loco optimo, stantes vituperavit. All right, pick out the participle, pause it. All right, hopefully we figured out stantes is the participle. It's got that es ending, so I know it's plural. I know it's either the nominative or the accusative. And lo and behold, Galatea? No way. That's only one person, right? Galatea is singular. Can't be describing Galatea with stantes. Not going to happen. Euenes, though. Look at that. They even have the same ending this time. That's kind of nice. So the young men stantesing in loco optimo. Okay? So you got all sorts of different examples here from the first declension, the second declension, the third declension, and the fourth declension. And here, ns, nominative singular, and then nt for something else. Okay? So remember, long story short, we're learning about present active participle, pants. PA stands for present active. NS stands for nominative and singular. Okay? Or if it's not nominative singular, it's got NT with some other junk at the end. Okay? Good luck with everything, everybody. Present active participles.